It has really been a while. I sold my car and then immediately got sick with COVID after my housewarming. Turns out I'm wrong. He's my boyfriend now. I might have sleep apnea. I feel like this is unlikely. I'm trying to chill out, guys. It has really been a while since we last chatted, and I thought it would be good to make a video and just catch up, because the last video I posted was about me applying to grad school, and that was at the beginning of this year, and I've really not posted that much this year, but a lot has happened. It felt weird to just start vlogging again without talking about all the changes that have happened in my life. So this video is just a little girly catch up. We'll talk about a lot of different topics like work, dating, moving to a new apartment by myself, living alone in SF. I have a little bit of coffee today. Go ahead and grab a tea or something and let's catch up. So the last video you saw was me back in like the February time frame, and immediately after I did my auditions, I went on a Tahoe trip with some friends. Just tried to like unwind a little bit. Been a while since I'd gone skiing. So after I got back from that trip, I spent most of March looking for housing and ended up moving into my first big girl apartment by myself, which is a big change that I often take for granted now that I'm here. I toured a lot of different apartments and settled on one in the city. That's a 1-bedroom. By April, I'd signed a lease and fully moved in. Bought a lot of furniture, and I did record quite a lot of that process, so I'm making an apartment makeover video, but that's being really involved and I haven't quite finished the apartment makeover, so we'll see when that comes out. But this is where I live now by myself, and it's been a really positive transition. I really don't have many complaints about this place. I get to design and make it my own little space, and I really appreciated within like a couple months of moving in that I felt like this is essentially like my favorite place in the world. I've really curated everything to be in my style and did a lot of Facebook Marketplace shopping. My favorite thing that I got is my Breville Barista Express espresso machine. That has been just really fun to play around with. I've always wanted to experiment with espresso and make cafe quality drinks, so I've been having a lot of fun experimenting with that. And every now and then I've been hosting little apartment cafes where I invite my friends over and then make them cafe drinks, and there's always like a new menu every time. I'm really enjoying experimenting with different types of coffee, so I really want to just like continue doing that and maybe even make some videos about cafe drinks. We'll see about that. A few weeks after moving in, I just got sick with the flu, and then I got better. I sold my car. I was driving a Tesla, you might remember from my road trip video. This was a car that I inherited from my family when they moved out of the Bay Area, and honestly it was just not a good fit for me. I don't have extensive driving experience. I wouldn't call myself a good driver by any means, and living in San Francisco, it is quite chaotic. So I've been in a couple of accidents and I just could not afford the insurance payment. It did not make sense. It's not like a car that fits my aesthetic or like my values. So I ended up selling it at a great loss, and I don't have a car right now. I'm commuting to work, taking the bus, which has been kind of a pain, but it's been working, and I still am thinking about buying a car, used, and something that is not so expensive to upkeep. Hoping to do more on that soon. So I got better, sold my car, held my housewarming, and then immediately got sick with COVID after my housewarming, so I was out for quite a bit. So tired of being sick and not being able to see people. But at my housewarming, I ended up reconnecting with somebody that I'd met earlier in the year through a mutual friend, gone on this like weekend climbing day over in Oakland. This was not on my 2025 bingo card, was being in a new relationship. Honestly, when I started dating this guy, I was like, I don't want to spend this effort on dating. And I was even texting my friend, like, oh, this guy wants to, like, get dinner with me, but, like, I don't know. I'm, like, worried about having to reject him if I only see him as a friend. And maybe part of me is just, like, so focused on my, like, career life that I feel like everything else is a bit of a distraction. I was like, men are accessories anyway. But, yeah, it turns out this guy is, like, my best friend. I was, like, going from, I'm gonna start
a morning routine in which I get up at 6 a.m. and go to the gym and have a really productive work day, and I'm gonna be at home and work on my creative career and my creative pursuits.
And then suddenly I was just like texting and talking with this guy for hours on end, not getting very much sleep because we were keeping each other up, just talking about absolutely anything in the world, and this happened for like months. Needless to say, he's my boyfriend now, and we spend a lot of time together, and it's been a wonderful distraction, I suppose. A distraction, but a wonderful one. But one thing that I learned, which I am trying to apply more to other areas of my life, is that good things can actually come easily. I feel like I always had this mindset when it came to anything good, like career, true love, personal goals, that you had to like work really hard at them in order for them to be good. Turns out I'm wrong. Turns out that some things in life just come easily, and you should just be grateful for them when they come easily. And I'm trying to apply this attitude toward my career more. I think I've worked in an industry that's so like cutthroat sometimes in terms of the lack of work-life balance and the amount of challenging and fast-paced work that happens on a day-to-day, that I expect that anything that's worth doing has to be that challenging. And I guess same applies to my creative career, because it's like genuinely challenging to have a creative career, and I'm not even making any money from my creative pursuits. So in my mind, it's like, if it's not challenging, is it worth doing? But no, actually, sometimes you just get lucky, and sometimes you just show up at the right time and place, exactly the way that you are. You find something that's a great fit, whether that's a relationship or a job. Sometimes it's just straight up sustainable by nature, and you just have to be there and be willing to receive it. Alright, rapid fire other quick life updates. Somehow I've gone back to the gym and started eating more, and I've gained like 10 pounds this year. So I'm trying to like lose a little bit of weight, and hopefully most of that weight is just muscle that I've gained, but we'll see. I ran the Golden Gate 5K a few weeks ago, which is my first time running a 5K, and I did it much faster than I expected to. I put down a 45-minute time when they like ask you how long you will take to complete it, and I ended up completing it in 34 minutes. Am I gonna continue running? I don't know, but it was really fun, and I actually kind of want to do it again, so maybe I will become a runner. I don't know yet. I don't quite feel like I'm even a weightlifter, even though like that's what I like to do at the gym. So maybe one thing at a time. I also am considering going back to the climbing gym. I might have sleep apnea. I feel like this is unlikely because of my demographic, but I don't get the best quality of sleep, and I've always considered it to just be because I'm a light sleeper. But both my sister and my boyfriend have pointed out that I breathe kind of shallow and weird at night, and it's kind of concerning. So I am gonna do a sleep study soon, and hopefully that will clarify if it's just that I'm stressed out and it's hard for me to sleep at night, or if I actually stop breathing or lose oxygen at night. I have this rash on my hand, which started off as like a cluster of little dots in the center of my palm back in April when I was moving, and has since spread into this like big eczema rash on my hand. And so I'm hoping that this cream my doctor has prescribed for me will help me improve my skin because it's been really bad. And then finally, work. Oh my god, work has been a lot lately. It is a combination of a lot of things. So I've always worked at the same job since graduating college, and in my last video I talked about wanting to figure out something in that regard because I don't have high confidence in my financial stability, in the sense that if I lost this job, that I'd be able to make money somewhere outside of my current company. It has not really gotten better just because of how busy everything has been, but I've been doing some job interviews here and there, just seeing what's out there. And at the same time, work has been really crazy because of a couple of things. I feel like between that, moving, different health things, and dating, it's like been really crazy and I haven't been able to actually pursue my creative pursuits. I'm kind of like, I don't know how I've lasted this long. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do something that creatively fulfills me more, and I have ideas. I really miss posting on YouTube, so I'm hoping that I can come back here and really like transform my content, because I just feel like, you know, I started posting like a year and a half ago and I've learned so much so far, but I'm just so excited about all the potential that's here, and I really enjoy making videos, so I really miss that. Yeah, hopefully now that we're caught up, I can start documenting more what I've been up to in my journey as I'm figuring out all of this stuff in my mid-20s. The next couple of videos might be a little out of order because I want to keep posting, but I also want to make sure that I spend enough time editing the bigger videos like my apartment makeover. We'll see how that goes. It is like November, so we're heading into the holidays. I'm trying to chill out, guys. I might be promoted, so I'm gonna wait and see. I am not in the mood to like go crazy right now. I really miss my creative pursuits, so I'm gonna try to do some more of that, but I'm pretty exhausted at the end of this year. So I'm going to just enjoy the holidays and spend it with people as much as possible. I think that's everything, and thank you for watching through all of that if you stayed till the end. I'll see you really soon. Yeah.